Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. We're here with Dragon Quest Monsters Caravan Heart. Here on Dragon Quest Wednesday. I think today is going to be the day that we finish the main game here. Now, Monsters games tend to have a longer tail. Dark Prince excluded. So we'll kind of see what sort of thing we get there. If it fits closer to the GBC titles, seeing as this was released after those. But yeah, right now we are hanging out over in Rimmildar. Well, in the ruins of Rimmildar. Well, so previously we finally found our way through Hargon's castle and made it out to Alefgard. We're here to deliver some orbs to the Master of Illusions in order to get a wish. And so, Slalin is going to be... We're also very close to giving Slalin some new hearts. Well, let's take a look around. You can see... So, we are literally... This is exactly where Rimmildar, the town, is. This is the key town in Dragon Quest 1. North of here is Cole, after we cross through a cave with a dragon. South and west of here is Cantlin. West across the sea is the Dragon Lord's castle. So, we're gonna go to the Dragon Lord's castle first, because I suspect Tantagel is actually our goal. Alright, we can fight this. Let's go for that Triwinder. Have to remember what our squad looks and feels like now. So, Vanas, Slalin, and Rusty. Ooh, that was a Paralyze on Vanas. Oh, right! Islog is with us. Our sage friend. They'll either cast Heal More or Boom, depending on Vanas's health. Alright, Lamp Genie is doing minor work here. But yeah, let's take a look at our squad, kind of get the feel of the land again. So, we can see in the wagon, we've got Vanas the Jammerous, we've got Slalin the Slime Knight, and we've got Rusty the Andriel. Rusty turning into the Andriel has been a huge upgrade. Rusty's really got some high attack. We upgraded Eagle's wagon to just be huge. So it's got Jula. I keep thinking that this is Julia. Specifically thinking that this is Trails Julia. Trails from the Sky. The Royal Guard Captain, Julia. But Islog is the new sage we picked up, who either casts Heal More or Boom. Vengus, the Great Warrior. And then we've got Big Cooking and some mapping, and then a little bit of attacking from Slalin. Yeah, the idea is I want to let Slalin level maybe one or two more times, try to get to heal us, and then it'll be time to give Slalin a new heart. How close are we, by the way? 6,000. Okay. Everybody else is close. Slalin's a little ways off. The instrumentation changes we have on the theme here. It's cute. But yeah, I'm going to go to the Dragon Lord's castle first. We're going to see if that is... I don't think that that's actually going to lead to the Master of Illusion. I think the Master of Illusion is living up in Tantagel. I guess we'll see. Okay. Slalin gets some MP back, slowly working through this Lamp Genie. Heal all, okay. You got it, boss. Okay. So yeah, moving through here, it's kind of costly on rations, but no, I'm good. I've run into this mage so many times, I think we've taken them up on her offer once. She has cool earrings. Okay. We can fight, again, one lamp genie is pretty reasonable. We have hefty damage. It's true. I'll absolutely accept warp. Yeah, lamp genie. Should be a level for Rusty? Alright. And you remember, the levels look pretty nice. 9's there. Venom Breath. Ooh. Okay. And a call wing drop? Alright, so we can move the... If we really want to, we can move the camp. Sure. Alright. You've seen I've been, like, pretty defensive on fights I choose out here. Alright. In the name of the spirit Rubus, I have sealed the Dragon Lord here. Do not break this seal. Thanks, Rubus. Okay. Come on, what did the 17th generation Dragon Lord ever do to you? Like, the 3rd generation Dragon Lord is a cool, helpful friend. Alright, well... Yeah, the sign can't stop me. The locked door sadly can. We don't have the ability to break this seal. Okay. Well, you know what that tells me? We've got a possible bonus dungeon. No thank you. Oh, God. Yeah, you can see the damage from the boss trolls is the reason I don't want to stay in a fight like this. It's just really dangerous. If they were in a group, I'd be more willing to, but like with them in 3 different groups, our spells don't really work well against that, so. Alright, so we have to find our way to Tantagel. There's the Violent Flame. Does like real damage. I think that Islog is willing to be aggressive. So if we want to get to Tantagel, we couldn't get there from Garenbrig, we couldn't get there from Cole. We have to go up the Dragon Cave from Rimeldar. Right, Vadas's levels have a lot of health associated with them. 66 gold. So yeah, we're going north. And if you're wondering what we're waiting for on Slough, and I mentioned the levels, but I'm also waiting for like 2 more mini medals. Give me some tiny medals and we can go ahead and get a medable. And getting a medable might just mean having 2 medable hearts. And maybe getting a Metal King? Let's just use skills here, seeing as we're getting blocked by dust. Trumpeter's got a lot of health. Yeah, hope you're all having a good Dragon Quest Wednesday. Alright, so this should be this... Now, if this is the cave, over here is where the... Ooh, hello? Okay. A thief who went to the new world. I'm Doji. I'm better at it than grown-ups, too. Yeah, Yahoo! Yahoo, Yahoo! I'll add Doji. I think we're dropping the fighters. Anyway, here's our good friend. Hello. What? I must defend the princess. No! The dragon who's been tasked with defending the princess forever. Let's treat you big. We go sap. This is the dragon, you know? If you're looking for the dragon of Quest, this is the most dragon you can find. So put up our breath. Okay. We'll try another sap. I don't know if it'll work, but I would like to land one. I'll put up a second increase, and we've done thermostat. Try a venom breath? I don't know. I don't know if Venom Breath is ever gonna work, but like I do want to give it a shot. Heal all. Ooh, that's got some... Alright, I'm not gonna try it a third time. There's the sap, which is what we wanted to land. Knowing that that lands is important. Let's get Rusty in there. Whew, okay, luckily I'm moving in with a heal. Sleep hit? Another increase on the bonk. $300 damage crits. Sleep works! Ooh, now that's the status effect for us. Very nice to see that function. Okay, dragon woke up. Another layer of increase. I really like just Dragon Quest Dragon. It's a very, like the standing on 4-foot dragon as opposed to like Great Dragon, which is like standing on 2-foot dragon. This one makes me think of like more of like I don't know, like a Triceratops. You know, a dinosaur with a big old tail wangle. It just wants to defend the princess. But it's been hundreds of years. Alright, 5,000 experience dragon. Alright, Slalin 24. What do you got for a Slalin at 24? Snowstorm to Blizzard. Ooh, that's a huge upgrade. Even if no heal us there, which is what I was hoping for, at least Snowstorm to Blizzard is a good offensive upgrade. No. Well. Alright, so up here would be like a fine place to move the camp. Slime. These slimes hit hard. No messing around with these slimes. Yeah, we can move the camp here. In fact, nah, I'm good, thanks. If I wasn't gonna move the camp, I would. The false cleric left. Okay. How much damage is that gonna be? Boom will hit both, which is nice. Doesn't care about grouping. Okay. Oh, you jerk. The heal, huh? Slalom's not looking too hot here. It's fine. Enemies having access to heal all is definitely a scary thing. Alright, Rusty 21. That's another huge jump. 9 and 9 on the attack and defenses. Anything new on skills? No, that's fine. Alright, let's take our spot here. We only have 29. We need one more mini medal. Okay. Oh, we get the cacti. That's fun. So we want purification on Slalin. We gotta spend some of that cash. Okay. And then we'll head over to the inn. Which is up here? Yeah. Thank you, Final Fantasy 1, for teaching you that. Yeah. I think it's the NES Dragon Quest 2, where Malroth is just so dangerous because of self-healing. Let's actually stop by the church. I'm so happy about the team we've developed. Old and new friends. Andriel's been a friend forever, so is Slalin, the Slime Knight. Don't know that we've been heavy in on Jammerus ever, though. Alright. Sweet. You know what? Let's get a metal heart. Okay, yes, I would like a medable, please. You cannot hold another heart. Will you throw away a heart? Whose heart will you give up? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, and then... nope, that's the change one. So let's see. We spent 60 mini-medals for this. Slalin. Reform. Medable. Medable is medable, huh? I thought that was gonna upgrade. You get to Mage Slime. You get to Battle Rex. Mode Wondershot, thank you for the sub. We are having a good time here. We're on Alefgard, heading to Tantegel Castle to talk to the Master of Illusions, who definitely is going to help us out with a wish. But right now, we're taking a look at Slalin and what possibly Slalin could take into a new form. United Soul. I'm sad that Medable plus Medable is Medable. I kind of thought that would be... Maybe that's fine. Maybe Medable plus Medable into Medable is fine, because then we're a Medable, right? I still want that heal us. I wonder if there's a... It's actually something I can... Do. I don't know if that's something I, like, information I can find about, like, level a skill comes up at. Perhaps not. Ooh, okay, thank you, Mrs. Off, for... Okay, don't care about that. We're not looking at those magic spell levels. Okay. Huh. Heal Us is listed as 24. I wonder if there must be like a random element. What's Slalin's wisdom, then is the question. That's usually the other piece of the puzzle, right? Okay, well... I mean... Okay, hold on. I think we should be good. Perhaps then there's just a random element of, like, not just wisdom, but, like, 20, like, a percentage up at certain levels. Nah, heal and heal us have always been two different skills. Because, like, we can even see that on, the Reformation here. If we take a look at, King Slime has heal us, while Slime Knight has heal. And those are different slots, and we made Slalin out of a healer that should have a heal in there. Maybe not, I suppose. Maybe there's some more to the way that moves are inherited. I might just go Medable into Medable equals Medable and, like, live with it. How bad could Medable plus Medable equals Medable actually be? If nothing else, we can put the King Slime in the next mix. Alright, Medable plus Medable equals. Yeah! Look at him. Alright, let's learn about... Uh-huh. That's Medable. Okay. So obviously defenses aren't high. You can see that, like, I assume level defenses are going to be really good, though. Let's go ahead and fix things up. Hey, buddy. They're so cute. If this doesn't work, we can just, like, put in a King Slime plus, like, Giga Draco and then, like, see where that goes, right? Surely Medable of normal growths. Yeah, obviously. Alright, one Trumpeter. That's perfect. We hit you with everything we've got that's really nice and damaging. Its XP to level was 57. Alright. So here's the big question. Because stat gains are static every level. 1 HP. So, back to way again. So, our defenses are going to match Rusty pretty quickly. Our speed is going to go through the roof. Compared to where we were. 1 HP. We'll level and we'll see. If I want to like try and kick up Medible into a big king slime. The thing about having a healer is that I want the healer to have a consistent placement. You either want the healer to always be last or always be first. The worst thing I can think of for a healer is an unreliable healer where you don't know where they'll place. So giving a ton of speed to Slalin will be great if we can have Slalin just be the fastest on healing. Alright, there's Tantagel. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the castle. Is it going to be the same? Gotta take the side door in. Right, this entire continent's been underwater for ages. Of course, Tantagel Castle's very well-known territory. You'll be able to heal your MP here at this place. You'll be able to open some treasures on this side. Perhaps a sunstone might still exist outside. I also... Anyway. Up to the king. Ooh, there's a place back there. Alright, hold on. Alright. Let's drop in the back here. Dark Knight in evil armor. Okay. Nice. Alright, let's try and take down the Dark Knight. Power of Zap. And Blizzard. Not quite enough. I have Slalin defend here to try to stay alive. Okay. Okay. I don't know what level you're supposed to be here, but I was definitely past it in your run. Yeah, we're, you know, just by design of how I've been shifting around and not taking as many fights as maybe I should, we're on our toes, as it were. I also just moved Slalin into a new form, so Slalin's looking for, you know, power. Alright. Slalin 5. Slalin 6. I'm not probably gonna hold on to it. We have Fireball. I'm probably cutting off Tendercut. And then this is gonna become Boom anyway. Yeah, good to have, like, real experience coming out of fights. Anyway, who put this dungeon here in Tantajo? Let's go find the goodies that exist in here. 2 Golem. Yeah, known dungeon location, obviously. Wow, that was 200 damage. These things are healthy. Oofa. Okay. 1 down is good. If Slalin was a metal slime and then also had the 2 hearts, we can still do that then. We have a metal slime heart. We could possibly we could figure out how to go from there. 1 evil armor is fine. With the power of metal. Metable. Metable. Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah! It went poof and ever. Wow! It gets boss music? The boss mimic. We have not seen a mimic yet. Oh, that was... I did not want to defend with Rusty. That's okay. It's good to have our Mimic buddy here. You haven't seen one all game. Very cute. Do we get a Mimic heart? Does it know defeat? Does it know defeat? Yes. It will know defeat. Mimic knows no defeat. We can do 2 armor. We have a lot more of these skills that are group damaging, so I feel a lot better going in on a group like this because we can go in with Blizzard and Zap now. Vanos is kind of the weakest at that particularly. We're looking for Vanos to get Fire to upgrade. Dahan. Alright, evil armor. Evil's armor. Hey, Slalin9 returns. Our good buddy Slalin9. So checking in on Slalin now. Defense is now comparable to Rusty's defense, and will overtake very quickly. Attack is fine. Speed is where we've already become the fastest in the party. Yeah, maybe not over enemies' speed. I don't like the grouping on this. Oh boy. We gotta go now. Okay. Yeah, I suppose, like, it took us 3 turns to get knocked over. Perhaps, like, we do have the offense for that if we focus down a group and then we can heal back up. I want Rusty... No. I want Vanos to get a slightly higher power on, the, fire spell we have. Okay. Before we leave, I just realized. We got a bank. Need to pay the tiny toll. Just nobody in this castle is so, like, unsettling. You know what, sure. We'll see how this looks. Yeah, I want that Firebane upgraded. Ooh, Slalin take a little bit of a chunk here. We need Slalin to gain power so that our healer is not the one who falls over. Is kind of the biggest question, right? Like, that can't be the case. Okay, Slalon's going first in the fight now. That's good. We're seeing the payoffs of the speed. Okay. I want the shark gone, if I remember right. Great Dragon's pretty great, but Grand Shark is a killer. Okay, we didn't outspeed Great Drake, but we did outspeed the Shark. Sweet. Okay. It is very funny that we would like sneak into the castle here. Back into dungeon. We'll do this. Okay, hopefully that takes one of them down because of that axe hit. Yeah, okay. Oh my god! Slalin live because Medible has, like, heavy spell resistance, huh? Alright. We got a payoff. I suppose, like, that is part of being a Medible, you know? Alright, Slalin. There's Bang. So we're gonna go Bang over Fireball. We probably won't be using Bang until it's Boom, but, like, we have it. Thank goodness there are advantages to 1 HP a level, indeed. Alright. No more Fireball. Golem has so little defense. Love to cast Explode. Okay. La Datum. Yeah, this is a good opportunity to just attack. That's a wild speed variance. Ooh, Vanas 23. Sweet. 12 more HP, huge. 12 more defense. God, Vanas's levels are wildly good. Deeper, yeah, deeper. Vanas has broken 400 HP, good. Okay, check this corner. The Dog King Heart! Bolt, Dark Wave, Soak Magic. Perhaps we can use the power of the king and the power of the king. Okay. Okay. There's the stairs. The Twilight King. 2 Golem. See if we have enough targeting. Good, okay. The thing I was most worried about was just not getting the knockdown on a Golem this turn. Okay, treasure. Ooh, free world dude. Okay. And then there's one more spot we can go up in the top left corner before you go to the stairs. So head over there, see if there's any goodies. In the meantime, we get to bonk some evil armor and some foes. It's good. Slalin isn't going to be getting that health, but we do want Slalin. If Slalin can get up to closer to Vanas's defenses, I'll feel a lot better, you know? Okay. Slough on 11. We see our... Joe, even with the free round, I'm not taking that, sorry. Yeah! Okay, I want you to appreciate this mimic here. Actually, I'm gonna quick step away while y'all appreciate the mimic, okay? Ah! Hey, thanks for the raid, Max and Chachi. Yeah, the mimic got me. There it is. It gets boss music. I love that the mimic gets boss music. Yo, the mimic used twin hits. Alright, hold on. We can no longer simply attack. Yeah. Roll up the mimic with a Katamari. That'd be cute, I think. It does no defeat. It also knows defeat. We shall teach this mimic defeat. Okay. I love them. They're great. I love that. A mimic getting boss music is so wild. I love it. Okay, let's go up and around. We'll head back down to the next floor, which is over here. Yo, Master of Illusion. Yeah, I suppose. The Master of Illusion installed a teleporter maze in their dungeon. That sounds like the actual, like, thing that the Master of Illusion would put in their dungeon, right? Like, if I'm the Master of Illusion, that's absolutely, like, what I install to keep people out. Yeah, okay. Outsped and lived. Double slash is so good. Ooh. I think I know who's getting this one. That's 5 whole levels. I'm sorry, did that say by 0? Wait a minute. Wait. What do you mean? I mean, I saw it go up by 5. You can't lie to me. Okay. Nah, I won't fight 5. That's just too big of a... Alright, so we'll take that side later. Okay. So we can take the long walk here to get the treasure. Is it a mimic? This is easily... Oh, they get turn 1? That's fine, we can deal with that mimic turn 1. Yeah, Islog is on the offense, too. That's great. Oof. Really want to get that Fire Breath upgrade. That's a pretty big, like, offensive upgrade I think we're missing right now. "444. These nights know death." Okay, so we'll check the treasure. Ooh, that's an MP full heal. We're getting the real stuff here at the end. Okay. So the answer is, when we're in that middle area, we want to take the right-hand side up to the double teleporters. In this one. We took left, we want to take right. It's like 3 Dark Knight as well. Yeah, 22 damage from Slalin. Slalin takes under half damage from magic, which is like super good to see, you know? Oh, Weird Light. Weird Light is upping magic damage, so we don't want to have a long fight with that up. 666. Slalin knows death, but also knows Satan. Knowledge from Satan. That's the Dark Slime. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, let's heal up. So we want the right side here. And we gotta pick one of the two. We'll take the right one. Jail. That's just too many enemies. But no, like, you know, teleporter maze is teleporter maze, but like, the Master of Illusions absolutely installed the teleporter maze in there. Oh boy. Alright. Damage floors, huh? The other power of illusion. The king. We made the king tremble. The king is powerless to the power of the Medible. Hey, and Rusty 22. Sweet. Okay. That's just Greyco's. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, we sadly do not have a step guard stave in our pocket otherwise. Yeah, that's like tiny damage, but it hits everyone. Oh, right, King Slime. The power of the king. I should not be targeting anyone but the king right now, should I? I'm gonna try and kill this Dark Knight, even though, like, we might get vivified. What do you mean revive? Oh, fine. Alright. It's a very, very highly leveled King Slime. Gotta watch ourselves. Okay, we're like reasonable against Firebolt. Not enough MP, wow. Greyco's just hits hard. I mean, it is Greyco's, I suppose. Okay. 74 What do you mean? You got it, boss. Do I have a step stave? I'm not carrying one, okay. If we get forced out of here and have to come back, we'll pick up a step stave. Ooh. Power Seed. Well, More power to Rusty. Alright. We need to defeat both kings simultaneously, like gargoyles. Otherwise, problems could occur. Heal us is fine. Uh-huh. We're running out of MP on Vanoss here. I guess we've been pretty deep here. Okay, just heal us. "666 from the Kings." Okay. Now we've crossed here, we'll heal up. So we came in from that. Well, let's just take the stairs down. Yeah. Okay. Oh, do we have some bosses before we can get in? Rosevine and... Okay. Rosevine it is. I wonder if these are... Okay. Fun fact. This is something I found out this week. The 4 illusions... are reused later in Dragon Quest VII, the 3DS version we played, as the second level, the highest level summon, second level, that Druid gets at max level. We were just using normal summons. Out of Druid, we didn't get to max level, but they end up getting used again. That's where the image that I used for the Blue Sky post was a calendar that has the 4 of them on it. Okay. Increase. I'm sorry, you just... Okay, you've got Disrupting Wave? Alright. You know, but you don't have double acting. So, you know, I'm okay with this outcome. Ooh, but you have twin hits. Okay, we don't have a wave to get rid of that. Our answer is dealing damage, then. Okay. Even with the twin hits right now, because of our increases, you just don't have the damage. That's good. This is a time-honored tradition of increased sap and physical attacks. You know? We're here to get things done. Also, should be worth some decent experience. Yeah. Alright, who's next? Is it like Rosevine and then... Griffings? Okay. Hit you with the sap, increase, and I'm also gonna put on thermostat. Sorting! Oh boy, alright. I'm sorry, that did 200 damage to Rusty. That was fine up until the 200 was the number that came out of that. Okay, we did have an answer to Violent Flames. How's Alefgard going? We are in the dungeon under Tantagel fighting some bosses. Slalin has swapped over to being amenable, which is some upside, some downside. The elemental defenses are really nice. The health growths aren't great. Tantagel is weirdly a dungeon, actually. The castle's there as normal. It's actually quite cute. We had to go under the castle. We just fought a Rosevine, now we're fighting this Griffinx, who has Thordane, and Rusty takes bonus damage from Thordane, so we really don't want to be here for long. We just don't have the ability to last in a fight when Rusty can take 200 damage at a moment's notice. But Rusty hits very hard. I'll be happy if you just want to keep doing physical attacks. We can deal with physical attacks. Vengus. Okay, Griffinx down. 1334. And Slalin a level 14. So yeah, Slalin gets 1 HP for being amenable, but gets like a bunch of speed and defense, and has the elemental defenses too. That's so much money, what the hell? $8,000? Alright, what we're gonna do for this fight, we're actually gonna swap Vanas and Slalin, so that Vanas here gets the MP restore from the cooking. That should be enough. The chaos, look at how big the chaos drink is, what the hell? So thermostat seems like an obvious choice here. An increase, okay. Okay, there's defense down. And increase. It does look very goofy. Looks like, yeah, just give a big old hug. I thought that this might be themed after some of the, like, sets of bosses, because, like, older Dragon Quest games, sets of 4 bosses is, like, a thing we've seen. And I thought maybe we'd be pulling from, like, 4 or 5 or 6 in that manner. Ooh, okay. Poison Breath is a powerful move for you to pull out of your pocket. Not great if that lands. I think we'll get the fight, it's just annoying because Vadas is poisoned here. Yeah, Caravan Heart has so much, like, in its own unique space. Alright, that's 3 down. And our 4th is a Toger? Am I holding an antidote? I am holding an antidote. Thank goodness. Okay. We're going to wagon back. We have enough for Vadas to use some defense downs, and that's all we needed. That is not a Toger at all. The change in. Okay. Well. We're gonna open the way we always open. Change in be damned. This game plan has worked for so many monsters. Let's keep going in here. None of these bosses, other than the... I'm sorry, Curse? Oh, boy. Yeah, Rosevine was the first one, and Rosevine we've seen. Yeah, that's a known quantity from other games. I'm sorry, that was like health damage? I suppose we don't have equipment, so Curse can't be like that. That's terrifying. If you just want to curse forever, like... Yeah, Rusty's HP reduced. Okay. That's fine. Well, I'll let you just curse forever. Alright, goodbye. Slalin 15. Okay. So this opens up the door that's going to let us go to the Master of Illusion. However, we cannot possibly go to the Master of Illusion like this. I don't have any way of uncursing in my pocket. I'm not walking into that room to get our nice wish and have no problems whatsoever. Cursed. Oop. That was me dropping my controller. Ooh, not happy with me swapping that on and off in the middle of things here. Let me quick. Alright, hold on. We're just gonna do it this way. That's better. Okay. Ahem. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's get the hell to camp. Let's get the hell uncursed. Let's check out... no thanks. Oh boy. Trumpeters don't hit as hard as they used to. I guess defenses have finally, like, raised pretty successfully. Those things used to hit for like 50s, 60s. Okay. Do our bonking. Yeah, we'll get back. We'll get rid of the curses. We'll heal up. I might investigate what sort of things we can make combos out of Slalin with, just like with what we have in the pocket with that new Dark King heart we got. It'd be fun to be like Medable plus King to get to Metal King. I don't know if that'll work, but you know. If we could have the power of the kings in our pocket. Okay. First things first, though. I need Benediction? What a unique thing. We've never been cursed. And we don't have equipment that does it, so it's a different style of curse. Okay. So next up, yeah, 10 whole gold. We also have $1 million right now. Speaking of, let's go buy some goodies. We can buy that step guard stave. We can buy a memory bell. Oh no, we can't buy a step guard stave in here. That's fine. We'll buy a couple world dues. Yeah. Alright, I've filled up 37. We'll heal up. You can have a bunch of money. You also have the steak. Okay, next up, let's go investigate Reformation, Slalin, Reform. So if I go Dark King, we can! Oh, he can go up to the Metal King with the power of kings. Looks like any slime will basically do it. Though I think I want to go with King Slime so that Heal Us is in the pocket, right? I think even though we're going down to the bottom here, I think this is what we want to do. I think this is the place I want to be. I know that you can see it's 12 weight, but like, we can give up our map. That'll be okay. Yeah, I'm gonna accept the kings into my heart. Dark King plus King Slime. I'm sad we can't just do the Dark King, but Metal King cooler, I think. Here we go. Yeah! Alright. Sorry, y'all. Look at this. Oh, look at this cutie. 192, so we went down in health because we're metal. $42, $49, $44. What does your defense look like, though? Okay, so I think it's because we get cut down in stats by, like, a quarter. I'm sorry, what was that leveling? 78. Oh, boy. All right. Let's go. Oh, they're so happy. Oh, my goodness. I think we're gonna get 14 defense a level, or something like that. I think we're gonna get, like, a reasonable amount of defense a level. Yeah, the resistancers are obviously, like, huge, too, so... But, yeah, this is... the payoff of the Metal King. Alright, let's get in some fights. Seven of them? Wow. That's so many. Okay. I'm hoping for, like, more than 1 HP as well. I won't ask for a lot more, like 3, but I would like at like 3. Alright, here we go. Slalin 2. Okay, I wanted 3, like, that's understandable. 12 defense, yep. Then all the speed, okay. So that HP is going to take a little bit to work with. Funnily enough, this might be the use case for this heart, right? I have to guess that's what this is for. We combine with, like, a slime type and a Fisher heart to, like... Alright, so we have to level up Slalin a little bit on the way down. Let's take our tiny metal. I don't like that grouping. But, like, even on defense here, we can see, like, 288 is almost more than Rusty, and will catch up to Venos by level, like, 12, and then surpass very quickly. Anyway, this is what Tantagel looks like. It's very fun. So we come in the side. We go down here. This is the counter where you'd get your MP restored. Yep, we got the fountain. You, like, walk by the NPCs that tell you your seed. Come up here. There's the throne. And out here, you can see a little jump spot and some stairs. It's not quite the Sunstone spot, this little courtyard in the back. And you get this. Alright. Let's dive. Dive to the bottom of town to gel and you'll see. We'll also should get some really nice skills on. I think Slallen's gonna be staying on this for some time, is the likely outcome for this. Slallen is gonna be a Metal King for a pretty reasonable amount of time. There's a lot of skills that King Slime put in the mix. Heal Us and Vivify so that Slallen can have some more support pieces. I'm sorry, swap? Oh! Is that... Slallen already was. Slallen had Heal All in the first place. We're going to be getting rid of Defense Sap and Sleep Hit. Swap is, what's that move? It's the move that steps in front. It's not step card. Forbearance? That's not, yeah, that sounds right. Might as well. The ability for a Metal King Slime to walk in front of a hit does actually sound like a useful tool. But yes, Slallen was already the healer with Heal All, and so Slallen getting Heal Us and Vivify. We do have Vivify on Rusty as like a backup, so that's not bad. All right, Slallen's at 200 health. That's good. Slallen has a ton of MP now. I might want to move Slallen into a different cart, so that somebody else is getting the MP. Oh, the MP game? Maybe? Then again, we kind of have this... the weight issue going on here. Because Slallen is huge. Alright, we can do this. Firebane. Really want to upgrade that Firebane. Would be super nice to Alright, so let's see. 66 damage from Firebolt on Vanas. 21 on Slallen. Yeah, alright. Got those incredible resistances. Dark Knight 1 down. Let's have you attack, you heal all Rusty, and Rusty will defend to make sure Rusty doesn't fall over. I can't cover is kind of funky because I'm the healer, and so that doesn't like... I can't heal on the turn that I cover, if that makes sense. Yikes. Slallen is a cool Metal King, but Slallen is also level 5. We need to fix that up pretty quickly. Slallen has those huge metal defenses in the future. Alright, we gotta go up and left. I don't have the map, so I kind of have to remember from before, but I do remember it's like up left, and then we fought the Mimic, and then we go back around to the right. So, nice. Slalin 7. Glad it's going pretty quick. Soak Magic. Nah, I'm good, thanks. What? Golem? Huh. Strange statue. Weird. Golem dropped a golem. If it's just cash, I'm fine with that. I'm sorry, is Slalin unaffected by the magic weakness? That's really funny. It's also correct, but it's also really funny. We're gonna try just attacking to get through this and save some MP. This Vangus has our back too. Rusty is the one that's gonna have the weakest defenses now. You know, just as a matter of like almost 300, but like, you know, Slalin's past that. Moving on. So this gets us to Teleporter Maze. And we know how to get through Teleporter Maze now. It's just the far right side as when we get to that middle zone. It's gonna be nice when the Master of Illusion grants us our wish for the Orbs of Lodo and nothing goes wrong. I'll be excited for that. Hey, Golems. They hit pretty heftily. Okay, one down, so only one will hit heftily. Oh boy. We're fine. Uh-huh. Every one of these is such a huge upgrade. Tiny amounts of health, but huge defenses. Oh wow, we're due for a level very quickly on everybody. So this one here. I think we get into King Slime territory here in a moment. Okay. Yeah, getting that split there isn't great. We're gonna defend on Slalin in case Slalin takes a double hit here. Okay. Golem's down. Alright, Rusty 23, perfect. Rusty gets huge levels too, with those 9s. That's always big, especially for like for Rusty being our damage dealer. And just for Rusty having like that huge of a defensive amount. Yeah. Ooh, there's a treasure over there. Okay. Let's go for it. Oh boy. We've got a lot of damage on us. I'm leaving. Oh boy. Oh god. Yeah. Alright, Elven Medicine. Let's see if we can't sneak our way to the other treasure and then leave. I know what you're thinking. What if it's a mimic? Getting a free world leaf means we could just keep moving. You know what? Sure. I'll take that as a sign. I don't think I need to fight the council here. Right? Like, I don't... I just don't think we need to do it. Okay. Do I want... Yeah, let's get into a fight up here. Yeah, that looks good. Yep, heal us. It would have been quite silly if that was a mimic. And this is the reason we have to go after the king slime. The king has the power to heal. This is what the power to rule means, you know? Established this over something like 20 games now. Okay. Vnos 24. Okay. Okay. Well, let's head on down. This is the room with the bosses. Yeah, okay. We can finally get our wish. Lewin's here. Oh, finally. We've collected the orbs. Magarugi. Stand above both humans and mod. You sure about that one? I think Rubus would have some words with you on that. Power, courage, wisdom, And defense. Yes, and defense. Sorry, I had to add that one in there. Do we ever wish now? Like, we got you all the cool orbs of Floto. Please? My parents are dying. I can't believe it. We've been bamboozled. Yes, it is time to start granting wishes. I'll start with mine. I wish to become the master of the entire world. I wish to kill you all. Okay. Magarugi and Death Blizzard and Dark Flame. Well, I know the targets first. That's terrifying. Can we... Obviously thermostat. Oh boy, Death Blizzard has Disrupting Wave. Okay. Okay, let's get that Dark Flame off the table then. Let's just... Thank you, Islog. Appreciate the assistance here. Okay, let's go for the other one first, actually. Magarugi is zoning out. So hit the Death Blizzard. Just hit Bang, and then... We want to just hit Death Blizzard. Yeah. Yeah, damn, what were the odds that Magarugi was going to betray us here? Okay, Death Blizzard's down. Okay, Magarugi is now attacked. 94 damage. I don't like that. I need it to increase again. Ooh, the hustle dance! Okay. Let's get defense sap going. Let's heal Slalin, so Slalin doesn't, like, fall over into something weird. And let's start attacking. Okay. I don't know if defense sap will work, but we want to try, obviously. All of our damage comes from Rusty, for most part. Okay. Increase without... It's not without cap, but increase capped at 999 is so good. No, everything has been a basic physical attack. Okay, there we go. Just had low odds. And the other part of the fight that was a thing was the, like, the Dark Wave. That was coming from the Blizzard, not Magarugi. Luckily, no boss in the history of Dragon Quest has ever had a second form or a friend that comes after, you know. It's good for us that just has never happened, you know? Starting to think this might not be your final form. You know, perhaps that mask is gonna float off. We got the stave that has, like, the hero symbol on it. And the hat, also. Our foolproof method of just winning any fight. Increase to max defense. Sap to minimum defense. Not a fan of the masks are evil. Masks are criminal. And what a criminal does not necessarily need to be evil. But I will say that Bagarugi wished to kill us. That was number 2 on the list. Anyway, it's over. Easy. Done. Time. Whoa, you can't be. Oh no. Okay, are we gonna get like floating Loto armor? That would be pretty sick. Like floating armor, helmet, shield, and sword, like with the mask? Okay, sure. Demon form. Demon form sort of with the... Nobody! The 4 illusions under the heavens! They all have like this floaty shadow at their feet. It's pretty cool. Wow! Do the orbs not choose me? Look, I've learned a lot about how being a hero works, and the sword chooses who it decides lets it wield it. Oh. You know? If you can wield the Orbs of Loto, I will simply... Okay, that actually is a pretty rad look. The serpent coming out of that dark portal, the eyeball hands... This track makes me think like... I was thinking like a Majora's Mask or like a Zelda almost. Not bad. That can't be the number that you have. Okay. That's just Slalin dead from full? Oh, boy. Okay. We have jumped from enemy who was dealing 1 point of damage after our setup to enemy who can kill us from full. What? Oh no! We almost got eaten. Okay. That's terrifying. Because that was with increase up once. We were at like 450 defense, 470, and we still took lethal. Yeah, I assume that's the final boss as well. No boss form 2 like that is anything but, right? Okay. Let's... What else can we do, like, party-wise? Oh, that's funny, they've got... We could swap in some clerics. Because I don't think the offense is gonna matter here from, like, Jula. Okay. I think though that the biggest thing is that we need Slalin to be able to take a hit. That's very clearly too big of a failure point right now. We can't walk into that fight and just have like, oh, and Slalin dies to any random hit we fall over. Do we have a way to get over to... That was a hit after 1 increase, yes. Like, I feel like we're gonna have to get a couple increases off to get the damage under 200. And then from there, we have to work hard. Okay, we're full. Well, let's head on out. There aren't metal slimes. In the final dungeon. Unless, like, Metal Kings are, like, a rare encounter, which could happen there. Because, like, the minimum thing here is that I think Slalin needs a few levels to be able to take a hit on the face. And, like, Slalin's, like, level 8 right now, so this is actually a very... That part is actually a simple piece, right? You can see that Vanas and Rusty are 23 and 24, and Slalin is, like, super behind. So, like, that's a fix-up that's, like, a pretty easy... Like, obvious thing we need... Okay. Somebody used the Mafuba on nothing. Yeah, that's true. We have proved that Metal King exists. We haven't, like, found a Metal King to be able to, like, level off of. It is fun that there was an alternate, like, loss for that final boss, you know? That's cute. Thanks, Vangus. I am pretty sure that was a fresh fight with no buffs. Because it pulled us out of the fight. Or like we had a scene. Alright, Slalin9, hello. I'm like, HP isn't gonna be the stat we get off this either, obviously. Sure. Okay. Minimum, we can just do some diving through here, and the experience from normal fights is still, like, real. Especially when, like, we're looking for... Yeah, like, 1,800 experience there is, like, 3 fights, give or take. I don't actually know how good this is gonna go. Boom! Good. Extra damage. Proof of Metal King. Okay. Yeah. That is basically the problem I expected with the size of that fight. No, don't do that. Wonder if we'll have to fight both sides of that fight again. Or if we just walk down there, we get to walk into phase 2. We didn't get any experience from phase 1? What a what a jump though. Like I cannot believe the jump from like, opponents hitting us for 1, they're slacking off, they aren't taking turns, they don't even have any moves, it's fine, and then just like, ka-chunk. Like, hey. What do you actually have in the pocket? Ah, miss. We also don't have anything like heal us. We just have heal all. Heal us is in our future, but like I guess if it's one attack for like single target for huge damage, heal all will be fine. We've shown that this is not a legitimate fight. We actually can't get over this one. Hell, we might not be able to run from it if we take too many turns in it. Okay. So we'll check the King Slime floor. See if maybe there's some different friends on that floor, different configurations. Maybe King Slime has Metal King Slime as friend on that floor. In addition to being able to survive hits for 90% of our life, we do need to be able to deal damage in that fight, which generally means sap landing. Because our alternate would be, like, high-level multi-target spells that are a little MP inefficient. And also, like Slalin doesn't have... If like, Blazemore was Blaze Most, for instance... That'd be a lot more real. So, okay. So let's check out this floor. Let's get ourselves, like, to the stairs. And we'll see if, like, Metal King exists in here, right? Because, like, we've proved Metal King is a real enemy. So now let's see if Metal King... Yeah, okay. Let's see if Metal King shows up, right? Because if Metal King can show up and we can bop a Metal King, like that, instantly fixes. Yeah, only on, like, the last floors. That's why this, I think, is the last... Oh, we'll check the boss floor, see if maybe that has, Like, if that has enemies on it now. Because this is the Grey Ghost floor. Like, that's Grey Ghost. That's a boss. Grey Goss? Grey Goss. Yes. Grey Goss defeated. Also, 100 million rations from Grey Goss. Okay. So this is the place where we can kind of freely check out I'm gonna go down a floor, because now we're past this stuff. So this is the 4 fights floor. Are there random battles here, is the question. There does not seem to be. Yep. And then the last room here is the boss. So, okay. So Grey Ghost floor is like the last floor with encounters, right? At minimum, we can fight Grey Ghosts. These are like a reasonable fight. Grey Guy? I don't know what the plural. Oh, maybe Grey Guy. They have all the 148 rations. What the hell? You know that mechanic? It's just gone. Do not even let it enter your brain. I don't have Wow, they really want Slalin, huh? I like Grey Goss. They're worth a ton. They're worth $1 million, too. So we can't go into the Draco Lord's castle either, because that's clearly our final boss area. Or, not our final boss area, our, like, post-game area. That might be our, like, post-game dungeon. Unseal Rubus's sealed castle. Grey Goss. Or as some say, Grey Cosm. If that's the area where Metal Kings are at, that wouldn't surprise me, because, like, sealed by the power of the Great Lord, like, Rubus has it, like, closed off. Is it actually locked? We went over there and went to the front door. The front door had a sign on it that said, sealed by Rubus, and was unable to be opened. I'm not, like, making up a thing when I say this. We went over there before we went to Tantagel. Okay, not everyone on Slalom. That's good. We don't want this. We want offense. But yeah, we were not able to enter there. That's why I think that that's post-game. Excuse? Okay, don't like that. They had not pulled out the giant tidal wave before. Okay. Let's just leave? It's fine. Okay. Oof. Oof. Slough at 11. Okay. The question is, at what point do I feel like we go back? Yeah, I mean, we're right here. First things first, let's find out if we jump into phase 2 or phase 1, right? Phase 2 to... Okay. Well, how about this? Save some time. Okay. Let's try to hit you with, like, sleep or something. Increase. Okay. If you're gonna burn a turn 1 on Curse, that's good. Curse is really powerful because it's passive damage, but... Okay. Increase... Venom Breath? Okay, that's 2 increases. Oh my god, okay. Okay. Follow orders, follow orders, follow orders. And from here we want... I'm gonna try one more defense sap. We keep wanting stacks of increase. Okay, defense sap landed. Oh, we've reached enough defense. Okay, huh? All right. Very slowly getting up there. I only have world dues, but I'm willing to spend them to, like, get us extra turns, you know? Okay, that's max. So we take about 100 damage while we're at max. Okay. Okay. And defense sap 2 landed. Alright. Everybody get in here. Slalin needs to full heal themselves. Oh boy. Okay. There we go. Another 100 damage on defense on Rusty. Okay. Slalin, heal thyself. Slalin needs to heal themselves because the King Slime can't take 2 hits from 180. Can only take it from like 100 and 210. Yeah, like that. So we have to be at max HP if we can. I think we've got the fight under control, thank goodness. I say aloud. How bad could things possibly be? Can our opponent have moves we haven't seen? It's fine. It would be really nice to have access to heal us in this fight, I'll say that one, but we're fine, we're gonna win it. The power of the Metal King and the power of Rusty. Okay, Slallen's gonna have to heal off that. Nothing beats sap plus, increase. What could possibly be better than that move? That set of moves. Absolutely nothing. This fight is absolutely keeping us on our toes, though. Vanoss has multiple healers, so that's not an issue. Okay, we heal Rusty to full. That's great. That gives us a free turn. That gives us a free turn. To battle. Okay. Okay, Vanoss. Vanoss can take that hit. That's okay. Okay, let's heal up Vanoss. Curses. Ooh, a curse on Rusty. Okay. Alright. Oh boy. That was a lot of damage to Slallen there. I don't like that. That puts Slallen under the, threshold, actually. Yeah. Have to do that in case of problems. Come on. How much health? You've got such a deep health pool here. Magarugi, you can't have much left. I know you're a final boss, but like... At least we have the MP pool for this. Slallen's got a deep enough MP pool. Still has over 100 here. Alright. The beatdown continues. Okay, Rusty takes that hit. Slallen. Let's heal up Rusty. Because Thordane does about like 220 to Rusty. Yeah. Alright, Rusty. Oh my god. Keep climbing. You just need to keep chopping. The tree will fall. Okay, slalom back to full. Rusty needs the heal now. Okay. Then Slalin needs the heal after this. Come on. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Keep. Chop, chop. Okay, full heal Rusty after that hit. That's good. Down to 100 for Slalin. Chop, 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 chop. That felt tense. That was... Hi, Magarugi. You were but a tool to collect the orbs of Loto. Sorry, you don't have the deep voice anymore. Ah, the future of the world, and thus only Kiefer and Lewin and all the other children. You know, that is a good truth of it. Loto and Erdrick, throughout the history of Dragon Quest 3 to 1 to 2, it's the lineage of Loto, and Loto is this great hero. Loto wasn't alone. Yeah, we had Skull and Bozo and Videl. And many have helped in the trip. Kid and Shala. Once all who took action with extreme bravery were honored with the title of Loto. Not to be confused with any warriors of light or darkness, that's completely different. Lewin just like, that's great. I'm super happy about this. My parents are still dying. It's true. Kiefer and Foz, Jacqueline, who is also here. Yeah! Oh, wow, everybody is here. Okay, we get our nice... back at Cannock with the cat. We get our little epilogues for everyone. Including The Slime Squad! They're still there. Oh, we never win. Oh, and our lighthouse guardian. The harbor master. The metal hater who was jailed for crimes against slimes. Specifically. This has been a really fun experience. I really like the risks and what this game does. Jumping like with like the caravan setup, with I actually like the idea of just having the 3 monsters and changing them more than like switching monsters in and out with the way that stats end up working in these games. So you're just sort of powering up one monster a bunch, and you get to be more attached to them. You know, we have Slalin, we have Rusty, we have Venos. Like, those are our 3 friends. It's rough. The caravan system doesn't really matter past the first like third of the game. You're kind of like past it. Some of the interface stuff is a little awkward. Every time I try to leave the oh my god, look at Lewin. Sorry. Hey, bud. I wasn't expecting this in the credits. Are like little portraits for, oh, that's so cute. Oh, this is like an older cleric. Oh. Oh. One of the 3 mappers. That's so cute. But yeah, like there's some roughness around it with like the way towns work. It has a few cliffs that I think we went well around. The spike. Oh, she looks very polite, but watch out. Oh, the conceit of like all of the kids being the monster tamers because of the illusions drawing them in, I think is really unique for it. It makes the game feel unique. Is the best way I can put it, you know? Because it's more of a happy-go-lucky adventure. You and your caravan are going through an old new world, which I think is also a great. I actually think that's one of the strongest choices this game made, is being in Dragon Quest 1 through 3. You know, the whole world of 2, I guess. That drew me in super hard on this game, much more so than the Kiefer. Oh my god. The most powerful of sages. The baby. Little fisherman. Yeah, Kiefer basically, you know, we don't talk, we don't say anything. Hey, Jacqueline. Jacqueline has more lines than Kiefer, because Kiefer's like player character without voice. But we do get this cool Kiefer. I love this art for Kiefer. I love the hat. I think it informs Kiefer a little more, because Kiefer is somebody who like yearns for adventure. So it's very fitting to have him as a Dragon Quest Monsters protagonist, right? Like, the way Kiefer is as a person is just very fitting. Well, Kiefer's gotta head home. You've got that royal charisma. This world is connected. Bye, Jacqueline. We'll miss you, Kiefer. You know, like that's. All right. Let's head back. Ooh. Spooky. Yes, we are going to see what the post-game has for this. That won't be next week. Next week, there'll be a short break because next week I want to touch Dragon Quest VII Reimagine's demo. I think that'll be a fun time just to check out the demo and see what that is like. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined isn't getting a full playthrough on Dragon Quest Wednesday, at least not for some time. It takes 10 seconds to record to the adventure log. Please do not turn off the power. Like, don't think it's frozen here. It's fine. But yeah, we will jump back into this, though, the week after. But here, I think, will be a good spot to leave it off for today. We've finished Caravan Heart. As I said, I'm impressed by this. The swerve of it being Dragon Quest II, I think is very cool. I think the Caravan system is neat, but there's some restrictions on the game, both UI-wise and, like, kind of different pieces of it that make it a little rough. But rough isn't a bad thing. Rough gives a game character. I think the difficulty spikes are a rough that I really liked. That final boss being an ass kicker was meaningful. We needed to come on in real, you know? We had bosses before that were like, oh, this is a wall and we are asking questions. So yeah, thank you all for joining. I hope you had a fun time with this. I hope you were excited as I was to check out this, game that didn't get a global release. Another adventure with Kiefer. If you want to check out more, you can always follow us. See when I go live. You can subscribe to Cool Skulls and Slimes. Thank you to everybody who did some today. Appreciate it, Mode Wondershot. Appreciate the raid, Max and Chachi. Upcoming stuff tomorrow is more Little Town Hero, and Friday is Lorwyn. That's the upcoming streams. I have high recommendations for all the stuff I do because I do it because I enjoy sharing it all with you. It's the important thing to me is sharing this experience with you. But a new Magic set always draws out something fun. A Little Town Hero has been its own exciting adventure, a very strange one indeed as well. But yeah. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, everybody.